What's up everybody in the house and welcome to a new video. Man, I try to get some sleep, to get an afternoon nap, and I can't sleep, look, because of, I'll show you why. Look at them. And you can hear when they're here. We have a tennis court here at the place where I'm living and for the residents. So people are playing tennis from time to time, and I probably slept for about half an hour, a deep sleep, and then when I woke up a little bit and I started hearing sounds, I just couldn't get back to sleep anymore. So we're up and running, recording, doing some work actually. And you've probably seen by the title of the video what the video is about, so we're gonna get straight to it. In the meantime, make yourself comfortable, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Now guys, what I want to talk today with you about, it's about carb cycling, because as you or may not know, probably many of you encountered this problem when you're dieting, right? You're dieting down, you drop your calories like on a weekly basis, or depending on your progress, it depends. Like there's so many types of dieting. The way I do, I just follow my progress. So say you start on a certain amount of calories, like dieting, right? And then I check my progress, my weight, and the way I look in the mirror. And when I'm not making much progress, I'll drop the calories with about 150 calories a day or something like that. And you keep dropping, but you'll get to a point where you can't drop any calories anymore, just because it's not healthy. And if you're not in the shape that you wish you would be, where do you go from there? That's an issue that many people are having and don't know where to go from there. And the solution is carb cycling, which is a very handy solution. And again, you have to, the thing you have to realize that you have to change things around with your body, because your body is meant to adapt. We adapt to everything. That's why you have to change your training from time to time. Like, to change your training, don't take it as like literally change the training. You have to make some sort of changes, either increase the weight that you're using, either take smaller breaks in between sets, increase the amount of reps. You have to do something in order to progress, because if you're doing the same thing over and over, obviously you're not going to progress. Your body adapts and you're going to hit a plateau and you're going nowhere. So that's the thing with the dieting as well, and with everything that we're doing. Our body are meant to adapt, like are very good at adapting. So you have to shock the body all the time. This one good thing, as I said, it's the carb cycling. So because your body, you drop the calories and say for instance you're gonna get to about 2000 calories or 1800 calories. Like for myself at the time, a big man, I'm 6'7", or in meters I'm 2 meters tall. I can't drop the calories lower than 2000 calories a day, just because it's not healthy for me. Maybe I can drop them to about 1800, but I don't want to do that. So instead, I'm carb cycling, which is a very handy tool for you to keep going and keep dropping weight. And you can play around with the carbs, because it's many ways the way you can change it around and play with the carbs so you can keep shocking the body and to be able to keep dropping weight. So what carb cycling is, it's take your amount of calories, say you're on to 2000, we'll take it from here. We say you're on 2000 calories per day, right? You can drop, say, the calories, like, because in the end you're going to have the same total of calories per day, average, but it's just different from one day to another. And you can start, like, say, for you make like a 2-day cycle, and in one day you take 1800 calories, and then the next day you're eating 2200 calories. You're only working with the carbs. The protein and the fats are staying the same, so you're only dropping calories and adding calories on the carbs. And that's one way to start. And then as you keep going, your body's going to adapt again, and then you can change it and make it like 2 days with 1 day high carb. So you have in 3 days you have 6000 calories, right? You can make 2 days 1800 calories a day, and the third day 2400 calories. So you will have the total of 6000. Or you can make 1 day 1900, 1 day 1800, and the third day you can make it 2300 calories. Just so you'll play around with them, and then you can have like 3 days low carbs and 1 day high carbs, and drop them until you drop them all down, and you play around with the carbs, and you're gonna keep dropping fat and keep making progress. Don't forget that your training has to be, again, strong. You have to train properly in the gym with weights. There are so many people that still believe in that bullshit, which is a myth. It's not real. That when you're bulking, you train like low reps, high weights, and when you're cutting, you train high reps, low weight. That's not true. Your training has to remain the same, like huge intensity. You have to train very intense, and use weights as big as possible. So that's as I said, that's a good tool to be able to use and play around. And everything is to trial and error. You don't. No, I can tell you straight, no trainer, no coach in this world knows exactly, like, straight away what to give to their client. They'll say, now we'll do this 3 days carb cycle, and we're gonna do 2 days this, then this amount of calories, and the third day is gonna be this amount of calories, and that's the best one. There's no way anyone knows. I don't even know on my own body, because my own body, it reacts differently from one bulk to another, and from one cut to the other. You know, so what, like, I can guide myself from whatever happened last year, but it's not the same, because your muscle mass increases, your metabolism is different, so every time you're doing different things, you know, in different amounts of calories. So that's why I said you have to play around with your calories and see what works for you best. Drop them, bring them back up, put more fats, drop the fats lower. The protein has to be high all the time. You can't, like, play around with the protein, because the protein, it has to be at least, especially when you're cutting, it has to be at least 1 gram per pound of body weight. So don't play around with the protein, because that's not good for you. You're going to lose muscle mass. But then with the carbs and the fats, you can play around with them, and as you're getting closer to the end of your cut, you increase the protein. You'll use the same amount of calories, say the way we said, 2000 calories, right? You're gonna increase the protein and drop the carbs. So you'll end up eating the same amount of calories, but higher protein and lower carbs. And the same, you're gonna keep your muscle mass, and you're gonna keep dropping weight. I hope you enjoyed the video, you found it interesting and informational, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you at the next video. Peace out.